All right, here we are, episode 32 of the Vegan Bikini Prep Diaries. Belinda, how are you? My co-host.
I'm good, Brooke. I am good. We're recording this on a Tuesday, a little earlier in the week, so the week is alive and kicking. And I'm doing fine. It's getting dark really early in Chicago, and it is not good for my motivation or my mojo to do the things I'm supposed to do, but I'm still working it out. I've learned that I need to leave my house in the evening or after work as soon as possible, because honestly, like every 5 minutes I wait, my motivation to go to the gym like just goes down and down and down. Something about going when it's dark after you've been working all day, it's like, no thanks.
Oh, I
But
know. I hate the
I'm
time
working.
change. I wish we
Yeah.
didn't have to do it because it makes me so exhausted. Like I literally could go to bed at like 8:30 most nights. It's crazy.
Yeah. I'm doing a rest day today. I was supposed to train tonight, but I ended up getting my period today. So I was like,
Screw
it's
it.
not it's not meant to be. This is a rest day. It was funny. I woke up really tired. I was tired all day. Around 1 o'clock, I needed a nap. I didn't take one, but I laid down for a little bit, which I never do. So I was like, I am not well. And then I got it. So I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Makes sense. Yep.
I wasn't supposed to get it for a few days because my cycle is still like regulating post prep. Um, but it's like officially like totally on track. So anyways, I hate to blame it on my period, but I am. It's my period's fault. Anyway,
That's okay.
did you train today?
I did train today. I trained legs. I'm having kind of like sissy leg workouts lately just because of my bulging disc in my back.
Mm.
I just cannot train like I used to. But it's okay. I mean, I'd rather not have back pain, so I've just really dialed it back. I do a lot of like unilateral movements, a lot of isolation. Um, so yeah, it's fine. It's just it takes getting used to because I've always like really pushed myself in the gym and
Mhm.
I would just like go insane on leg days. Like I had fun with it. So it's been an adjustment. It's more of like a burn pump kind of workout, but I get the job done. So that's all that matters really.
That's good. Are you in physical therapy now? I can't remember your schedule as of late.
I am not in physical therapy. I went to physical therapy when I first had this injury and I didn't have a lot of success with it. I do see my chiropractor regularly and that helps.
Hmm.
Um, I was going to maybe try a steroid shot and see if that helps. It just freaks me out.
I
It's
can
just a
imagine. I mean, it's your
big
back,
needle.
and yeah, I hear you. Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad that you've learned how to sort of work around it. If you can make it through a bodybuilding journey without any sort of injury, you're really an MVP. So I guess it's bound to happen to all of us eventually. Remember,
Yeah.
I was having that elbow issue all towards the
Yes.
end of prep.
Yes.
So it's basically gone. Um, and the reason I got that elbow injury was two things. I think it was my lowered estrogen during the end of prep was not helping my joints. And then it was the way I was on my walking pad typing. And because I was getting so many steps at the end of prep, I just think like I totally maxed out my right arm. And it's been a lot better. I only ever occasionally feel a bit of pain, but nothing bad, or it's better now. Um, so any updates besides that? You're just doing the fitness thing, just moving
Um,
along.
yeah, really right now I'm just kind of taking it easy. Like I chatted, you and I have been chatting about this, but I really am actually kind of wanting to atrophy a little bit, and lose some of my muscle mass. So I don't know. I think I'm going to try to really scale back some of my upper body days, like we talked about, and obviously keep enough muscle to be toned. But I don't know. I just want to downsize a little bit. I'm feeling a strong pull to do that. So I'm really feeling like I'm going to pull back on my training a little bit and do some more cardio. Um, you know, just maybe like incline tread, things like that. Because I did notice I was trying to run and do some sprints for a while. Unfortunately, that is like not good for my bulging disc at all.
Okay.
So I had to drop my running and the jujitsu too. So yeah, I'm just like trying to change my shape a little bit. So just changing my training a little bit. Other than that, no real updates.
You could try, what I did this year was I trained my upper body like once every 3-ish weeks. You could try that. So I think it helped. I mean, I did really well trying to fit my category. I have brought upper body training back in, but because I'm back in prep, everybody. So it's an upper body training, but it's not that intense. It actually only takes me like 20 minutes to do it. It's kind of quick, just to kind of keep the tone. I don't even really think I need it. I wouldn't be surprised if when I get leaner, it gets pulled out completely, to be honest, but I'm doing what I'm supposed to right now. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're doing okay and just bopping along in your fitness journey. I'm in prep, as everybody knows. I am on the Tuesday of week 2, to the surprise of absolutely no one following my macros for the past 10 days. I've already lost a few pounds. So I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm being a good girl. And I think that first layer of water is already off my body because everything is fitting better already within, it's only been 8 or 9 days. So I'm in it, and different approach this prep. I think I've mentioned it on here, and I talk about it on my broadcast channel. I talk about it on my YouTube. So I'm like not going to over talk about this too much, but I have a different strategy for this prep. My plan is to really slow roll it. I'm going to really try to not over diet, and I'm going to really try to not over cardio. It all sounds good on paper. I don't know if it will actually work out that way, but I am going to try. So we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. Well, we'll be keeping up with your updates every week.
Yes. Yeah, I'm already down a few pounds. I think it was just that initial water weight from not eating outside food anymore and being in a slight deficit, of course. No real munchies or cravings yet because my food is quite high. So I'm not feeling the urge to I don't feel like I'm dieting yet. I might feel that way in a few weeks. It usually takes me a while to really feel like I'm in the depths of it. But yeah, so that's that story. Have only changed my cardio a little bit. I am doing one boot camp class a week at my gym to start as like essentially more or less my only cardio and the steps.
Nice.
Once a week. That's it for now. We'll see.
That's a good start.
Okay. Yeah, so that's a good start. We have a topic for today. And today's topic is managing the holidays, because this episode is going to come out Thanksgiving week. And then shortly after that, all of the December holidays are coming up. And this is a tough time or a good time, depending on how you want to look at it for any fitness girl thinking about training and nutrition and all of that stuff. And while we wish that food had no nutritional value or it was all the same, it does. And so this time can be a little bit stressful for all of us to think about these things. So we thought we would break it down into a few different topics and give some tips about how we're going to manage it and some mindset around this time of year.
Yeah. And this is like if you're not in prep, because if you're If you're in prep, then you have to be a little bit more strict. But I think most people have anxiety around the holidays. I know my clients always freak out about navigating Thanksgiving and Christmas, so I think we'll have some good insight for them.
Definitely. Why don't we start with the positive? So, what's what's great about this time of year when it comes to building a physique?
So this time of the year, you can really take advantage of higher calories and extra carbs. Um, so the reason that can be beneficial is that you can really push more in your training. So if you've been in a deficit for a while and maybe some of you have had a cheat meal or a refeed meal, whatever you want to call it, you may notice that the next day your training is so much better. You have so much energy. Maybe you hit some PRs, maybe you have better pumps, and that's simply just because you've added calories in. You've added in some extra carbs. Your muscles have more glycogen stored. So if you do tend to overeat during the holidays, it's not something that you should beat yourself up for. It's more so take advantage of it. Like, go have an awesome lift. That's usually what I do. I never, ever, ever restrict myself during the holidays. Now, I've never prepped during the holidays, so there's that. But I always enjoy myself on Christmas and Thanksgiving. I mean, just that's a non-negotiable for me. But I always just go have a great workout. I usually work out on the holidays. Like, I'm that person. I go to the gym on Christmas and Thanksgiving Day.
Most gym rats do, I
Yeah,
think.
I mean, like, of course, like, because I'm gonna take advantage of the extra food, and man, like, you'll have
For
such a
sure.
great workout. You'll have an insane pump. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's definitely a time where you can use those Christmas cookies or, whatever Thanksgiving stuffing, like, go put it to use in the gym. Have a heavy leg day. Like, don't go do abs and cardio. Like, go train. Like, go have a heavy lift,
Absolutely.
and you'll do more good than you do harm.
Definitely. So when I was a coach, I would always tell my clients to not worry about nutrition on the holidays, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever your jam is, or just winter treats in general. Um, it's a special time of year. And if you think about your nutrition most of the year, that should give you leeway a few times a year to just forget about it. Um, Part of a fitness, health, nutrition journey is learning how to balance all of this. You cannot always be in a diet. Real life happens. Thanksgiving with grandma happens. You need to know how to be able to balance all of that. And it takes practice. You don't necessarily get it right the first time or the second time, but over time, you do learn tricks and tips and mindset around these type of like food situations. So I agree with Brooke. Um, Eat the things, enjoy, plan great workouts around the holidays because that's the time to take advantage of all that extra sugar or whatever it is you're going to eat. Um, if you do still want to prioritize your nutrition, um, my recommendation would be to eat as normal during the day. Um, Maybe eat less carb, your normal meals. That way, your holiday meal you can just enjoy. I do not necessarily recommend restricting, aka not having breakfast or lunch so that you can calorie bank a massive Thanksgiving meal. I do not recommend that. It's too taxing on the system and it tends to lead to more binging tendencies. You'll binge less if you're already fueled. If you arrive at the Thanksgiving meal not having eaten for a day, you will overeat because you're going to be very hungry. But if you arrive already with some fuel in your body, you are more likely to make the better choices.
Yeah, I would agree there. I'm lucky. My family, we usually do like an early lunch or an early dinner. So I can like save my calories for that meal. Um, but I think in that sort of situation, if you're having your holiday meal later in the day, I would definitely not try to just like fast all day. And that might work for some people, but for a lot of people, especially let's say you've been in a fat loss phase, you go into this meal, you haven't had anything to eat all day, it may lead to more binging. So know yourself, know your triggers. If you feel like that might trigger you, you're better off going in having had, like you said, like maybe like a protein, some seitan with some veggies, something like that. Um, and I think the most important thing is just to avoid the all or nothing mindset. A lot of people fall into that during the holidays, and that's when it becomes problematic. That's when things go to shit. When people are like, "Oh, well, I blew it on Thanksgiving, so might as well just not work out all weekend." And then like next week comes and they're like, oh, well, Christmas is coming up in a month. Might as well just say screw it for the next month. Like, don't be that person. Like, you can do so much damage, so much damage in just a week, in just a week, in a
You can.
weekend, in a weekend.
Yes.
Um, so don't think just because you blew it on Thanksgiving, it's we're done throwing our hands up. Let's just say screw it until Christmas. I promise you, you will regret that. By Christmas, you could be easily 20, 25 pounds up. It happens. Um, so I think best thing to do is to just enjoy the day. Calories don't count. Like whatever.
Hmm.
Enjoy your time with your family. The next day, just get back on it. I always tell my clients like don't bring home leftovers. Like don't. Like just leave it that one day. If you do one day, even if you have every bite of every side, if you try every dessert, like you're not going to ruin all of your progress just from one day, one meal. Now, if you bring left home leftovers and you're snacking on leftovers all weekend, you could really be in a tough situation because that is the thing with holiday food is it's calorically dense, right? So it's like, a slice of pumpkin pie could easily be 400 calories, maybe more. The little side of sweet potato souffle, even if it's vegan, like there are vegan butters. I mean, sugar is vegan. So like, the calories add up. That's the problem is like a plate of Thanksgiving food could be over 1,000 calories compared to like a normal meal you would make yourself. So if you do that all weekend, that's when you can kind of run into trouble. So just enjoy the day. If you're mindful and you just really enjoy the food, enjoy time with your family, you're not going to feel like you're going to need to binge all weekend and go crazy. Like, just enjoy the day, get back to it, and you'll be fine. It's not going to ruin all of your progress.
I agree. I think that giving yourself the day off of thinking about nutrition is perfectly fine. And in fact, I encourage it because life is not all about, dieting. Like you should actually enjoy yourself on a holiday. Some additional tips I would give is meal prepping the day before Thanksgiving. That way, the day after Thanksgiving and the rest of the holiday weekend, you have meals ready to go. So even if like you eat your health conscious, your macro focused breakfast and lunch, maybe Friday, Saturday, Sunday after Thanksgiving, and give yourself some wiggle room to enjoy a whatever meal with family, you're off from work or whatever at night, you could do that. Preparation is key. I also think that if you live with somebody, I would recommend having a little conversation with them before the holidays start. Hey, I've been focused on my nutrition. It's really important to me. I'd like to enjoy my food on Thanksgiving, but it is really important to me that after Thanksgiving, I get back into my routine. How about we go out to dinner on Saturday night, for example? That way you're loved one doesn't think you're in a diet all of the time, and you're still giving some wiggle room to, healthy food behavior. So preparation, planning your day. And another thing is, why don't we talk about choices you can make at Thanksgiving if you do want to think more on the health conscious side?
Yeah, totally. So I know, so this is something, actually my mom's really good about. She'll usually try to pick a few like sides that are a little bit lighter. So typically we'll do like a broccoli salad, every year with just like, it's like chopped broccoli. It does have, I think walnuts, which are a little bit more calorically dense. But the dressing is actually, it could be relatively healthy, just depending on, if you put sugar in it or Splenda in it. But you could do broccoli salad. You could do, sometimes we'll roast like, like the multicolored carrots, like the purple carrots and orange. And those are also good in the air fryer. We've made like air fried veggies before, just like cut up Brussels sprouts and squash and pecans, and roasted that all together with like spices. And then also like a lot of the vegan roasts are surprisingly macro friendly. Like if you don't go crazy, right? Like if you don't like put a bunch of shit on it, but like I think the Trader Joe's one was discontinued, sadly. That one was actually super macro friendly. They're very high in protein because they're usually seitan.
Right.
So the Gardein one is not bad. So you could definitely enjoy a roast or even like make your own. I know Natalie Matthews, Fit Vegan Chef, she has a recipe for a holiday roast. So you could make your own if you'd rather do that. I mean, of course, I have recipes in my Meatless Muscle cookbook if you guys want to check that out. I am going to try to work on a pumpkin pie, high protein pumpkin pie, but in the meantime, I do have some pumpkin pie filled cookies on my Instagram, so you guys can go
Very
look for
cool.
that one. But yeah, what about you? What are your suggestions?
I think it's important in a fitness nutrition journey to learn how to build a plate. This is year round. It is my goal for every nutrition client to not have to track their food eventually. If you could learn how your food is supposed to look, you don't necessarily have to track it. So if you have a plate, think about serving sizes are often about like the palm or fist of your hand, depending on what we're talking about. So do a scoop of your seitan or tofu, do a scoop of your carby, and then a lot of the plate veggie. That is very macro friendly, very healthy. No reason you need to restrict on something like that. So learn how to build a plate. Other things I can suggest are making sure you drink plenty of water during the day. That helps. I think when you're really dehydrated, you tend to overeat. And then just to go back more to the social side of things, because I know when I was coaching, the social situations would often come up with my clients. I think it's really important to have a few phrases at the ready that you could use. So if people are forcing food on you and you do not want to eat anymore, it's perfectly good to say, "Thank you so much, but I'm full. Thank you." You do not have to accept the food. If you do choose to focus on your nutrition that day, and for whatever reason, maybe you're in contest prep, you could say, I'm focusing on the foods that feel good for me today. Thank you. You can say these things. Maybe some people will fight back a bit, but really, what are they going to do? Kick you out? I mean, you have to learn how to stand up for yourself, nutrition or not. So
Yeah.
I think with the culture becoming more fitness and health focused, I think these phrases are becoming more acceptable too.
Yeah, that is one thing about bodybuilding is you will get very comfortable very quick in social situations defending your food and your food choices. That is something I never have issues with. Oh, and then although maybe you're a vegan and that also comes very naturally to you because you have to defend being vegan and being plant-based. So for some people, I feel like the holidays might be relatively easy because like they don't have a lot of vegan options, and so you may not have the same temptations. But I mean, I know for me, like my mom always makes sure there's a vegan option, and I'll always make my own stuff and bring stuff. So yeah, I think it's important to like, and there's a way that you can do it. Like you can assert your stance without sounding like an asshole, like you don't want to eat their food.
Mm-hmm.
I think exactly like you said, you gave some really good examples just to be like respectful, but like at the end of the day, like what's going to make you feel good when you walk away from that dinner or that social event. So that's what you need to do. Like don't leave feeling like, oh my god, I just ate all this food and I feel like crap and now I'm going to beat myself up for it all just to make other people happy. Like don't be that person. If you know you're going to feel better, just putting it out there like, hey, I'm focusing on the vegan options, or I'm focusing on the food that makes me feel good. Like walk away feeling better. And that's the holidays. Like it's honestly, it's about spending time with people you care about. It's not about the food anyways. So I think when you remember the whole reason why you're getting together in the first place, it's even easier to make those decisions because it's not about the food, it's just about the people.
Definitely. Definitely. I have another excuse in my back pocket that works pretty well. I have a sensitive tummy. I'm good, thanks. I have to be careful what I
Yes,
eat. That
that's a
that
good
one
one.
usually works. People are like, "Oh, okay." Like, oh, I'm not gonna mess with that. So that's one of the ones
Yep.
that I use a lot. Um, but overall, to sum up, like, guys, enjoy the holidays. Like, that's what they're there for. Just to what Brooke said, don't have that all or nothing mindset. Don't have Thanksgiving free food day turn into free food month, because that's really when you're going to be setting yourself up for trouble starting in the new year if you have body goals of any kind. So have Thanksgiving, get back to it the day after, or the day after that, if you're off the whole weekend and you want to enjoy, more food out and everything, maybe just take that into consideration with your macro planning in the days before and the days after the holidays. And meal prep, have ready food. Like if you have a healthy breakfast option in the fridge ready to go the day after Thanksgiving, you're probably going to eat it, versus taking the time to whip up like calorie dense pumpkin French toast or something. So
Totally
the
agree.
holidays, the holidays are there to spend time with the people you love. Enjoy the food, have great workouts after. Just be mindful and don't have it turn into, a month-long food festival, because if you do have body goals, that's going to catch up to you.
Yep, definitely. Good advice.
Yes. If anyone's curious, I can explain how I'm going to go about the holidays since I'm in prep. Should I talk about
Yeah,
that?
sure.
Okay. So I'm in prep during the holidays. This is the first time I have been in this situation. I'm not too nervous about it because to Brooke's point, like already when you're a vegan, like I don't know, how bad can seitan and green beans really be? My diet. So I'm not like too concerned about it. I plan on eating. So my plan is on Thanksgiving to eat the Thanksgiving meal. I get every year delivered here in Chicago. We have a vegan restaurant vendor, caterer, Stay Martin, and they do like a full vegan Thanksgiving, and we get that delivered every year. And everything comes already pre-portioned in like the little Tupperwares, which are very similar portions to what I eat anyway. So I'm just going to enjoy the pre-portioned, preset vegan menu for myself. I plan on eating lower carb the entire week and probably the week after, just to balance whatever happens to me on that day. I'm also noting that I'm very early in prep. I'm in the part in prep where I'm not in a big caloric deficit. So I can still finagle outside food to the smallest amount like this. And then for Christmas, we're going on vacation for 3 or 4 days. My plan is to eat low carb most of the time. But again, as a vegan, like I'm not really doing much damage when I'm going out to eat anyway, unless I order the really junky vegan food. And it takes a long time to get where I'm at, but those just aren't really my taste buds anymore. My taste buds over the years have really changed, like quite a healthy palate. So I am more likely to order like the vegan Caesar salad versus the fried seitan cutlet, prep or no prep. So I'll eat lower carb a bit before and a bit after to sort of balance out the extra carbs I will eat on the day, but I'm not going to restrict on the holidays. I will enjoy.
Yeah,
I will
same
enjoy.
here. I will be enjoying. I think that that's something I really realized post show. And you realize that, like you said, once you've been eating clean for so long, and then like when you get a little bit junky post show, it's just you just very quickly realize, like, I feel like shit when I eat this way. And then once you start realizing how bad you feel and just like you don't look the same, you don't feel the same, your workouts aren't the same, it's not even that hard to make the right decision anymore, you know?
That's right. I'm specifically thinking of 2 or 3 Christmases ago. I went a bit nutty at a vegan bakery, Valhalla Bakery by my parents' house in St. Pete, Florida. Oh, that place is amazing. I went a little nutty and I just overdid it. I really like I probably consumed like 10,000 calories in a 2-day span on dessert alone. And then all of a sudden my stomach really started to hurt, and I have Crohn's disease. So this is like partly my own fault. And I was in so much pain. I induced a flare. Oh my God. And after that, I said to my husband, I was like, please, like, don't let me do that again. Like 1 or 2 treats, that's it. Like there's no reason I should be eating, the entire menu. So I learned my lesson because I did feel really sick afterwards. So it wasn't even about having food guilt. It was that I physically felt ill from the amount of sugar and fat that I ate.
And that happens. That happens. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Again, like do what makes you feel good. Like you need to do what's going to make you feel good.
definitely. And since this is a bit of a bodybuilding podcast, I just want to say again that the different times in prep matter. If I was 1 month out from show, I would not be eating the Thanksgiving food. 2
Yes.
months. If I was under 10 weeks out, I would not. 10 or more weeks out, I can finagle a little bit, maybe even 12 weeks out or more. I would say at the 3-ish month out, no, you need to eat your prep diet.
Agreed.
But a lot of Thanksgiving food can naturally be prep friendly if you plan for it. If you make it in advance, you can meal prep your own seitan roast, your own high protein mac and cheese and green beans.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
You could bring your own little container. But anyway, guys, long story short, enjoy the holidays, have a great time. Don't restrict, enjoy, just get back to it right after. And learning how to manage the holidays, special events, moments with your family while still thinking about nutrition is part of the journey. It's part of getting better with nutrition, and nutrition is a skill. So give yourself grace. And if this Thanksgiving you didn't manage food the way you intended, or you have some things you want to do differently next year, just reflect on that and put it into play next year.
Agreed. Good tips, good advice.
Very good.
All right.
Okay.
Episode 32.
Yes, we are going to sign off because it's already tired. We're tired and it's dinner time. So we're going to sign off now, and we'll see everybody on here for episode. I think we picked next episode, didn't we?
Yes, we
So
did.
for episode 33, next week, we are going to be talking about managing expectations in a physique journey. So that's
Yes.
going to be next week. Very good. Bye, Brooke. Great to see you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.